So it's a nice, beautiful day out, clear sky. I decided to sit out on my little porch here. Got the umbrella up so I have a nice amount of shade. It's really nice right now, and I just reorganized my porch the other day, so it makes it feel bigger. I figured today is a great day to talk about the benefits of sunlight because it's something that's free. Everyone has access to it at some level, and there's really no reason you can't add more of it for your health. So, sunlight, we already know, sunlight helps to create vitamin D. The beautiful thing about the vitamin D that you get from sunlight hitting your skin and interacts with the cholesterol is that you can't overdose on this. It can't become toxic to you. Vitamin D supplements can become toxic. Your body will just naturally regulate the vitamin D that's produced by the sun. So, in reality, you don't have to worry about excess sun exposure except for burning. So, another thing that sunlight does, I have some notes here to make sure I go over what I want to go over. But another thing that sunlight does is it stimulates serotonin production. So, when sunlight enters your eyes, it's going to interact with receptors in your eyes. They're going to increase the production of serotonin in your body. So, serotonin is the hormone that improves your mood, will help increase alertness, give you better focus, and is just overall is going to help make you feel normal. A lot of people right now, I've noticed, especially in the younger generations, they're taking SSRIs. And so, when SSRI does is it essentially stops serotonin from being cleaned out. It blocks um, the hormone that actually goes through and gets rid of the serotonin in your brain. It cleans out the receptors. So what's happening is a lot of people are spending more and more time indoors. They're not getting that sunlight entering their eyes, so their production is much lower. So they're taking SSRIs to slow the removal of the serotonin. Is like a trying to balance it out, but it doesn't work the same. Our bodies weren't meant to function like that, and so you have people. This is another reason you have people who are having emotional problems. They have so much anxiety. There's actually some more things that I've researched recently that are contributing to that. A lot of that in our diet, but sunlight, one of the biggest things you can do, one of the easiest things you can do that's absolutely free. Another thing, when sunlight enters your eyes, it you don't want it behind glass. You don't want to have sunglasses on wherever. That's one thing I have been doing a large part. And recently, after coming across doing more research, I decided to quit wearing sunglasses. You do gradually get used to it. I have bluish green eyes, so it's very difficult for me to have to be out in the sun because I always want to squint, and I really do like having sunglasses on. Not that I'll never wear them again, but when I'm sitting out just normally, I'm trying not to put anything in front of my eyes so that the sun can just enter straight in. And if you wear glasses, you probably want to take them off for a while so that you allow that sunlight to enter your eyes uninhibited. So, just to give you an example of how sunlight can affect you, an average indoor light is going to put out about 100 to 300 lux. The lux that you get from outdoors in the shade on a sunny day, like I am right now, is 1,000 to 20,000 lux. Think about that. Even on the high end of the indoor light, I'm still getting over 3 times as much. But on average, you're going to get 10 to 50 times more from sitting in the shade outside on a sunny day than you are from being inside. So there's really just no reason not to get more sunlight. We need it. We need it. We're built for it. Serotonin also helps produce melatonin. So it helps regulate the body's sleep-wake cycle. The more serotonin you have, it converts to melatonin if I am remembering correctly. And so when you get morning sunlight's vital. But honestly, even midday sun, as long as you're getting sunlight, then it's going to help regulate that, because it's going to help synchronize your circadian rhythm. And so you're going to fall asleep faster, have better sleep quality, and have more energy during the daytime. I will say I've been doing a few things recently that have kind of helped with my energy. Sunlight's one of them. I started them all, 3 different things, roughly the same time, so it's hard to figure out exactly which one is helping the most. My reasoning is they're probably all working together and it's having a compounding effect. Vitamin D is also going to help your immune function, because it's going to help activate the immune cells, support the immune response, and regulate inflammation. Inflammation, obviously one of the biggest destroyers for your body, and we're an oxygen-based life form with iron-based blood, so we're always getting inflammation in our body, and so our body needs to constantly deal with that, and that's one reason sunlight, anything that can help stop inflammation, reduce inflammation, is huge. Sunlight may also help lower blood pressure. I found this very interesting. So UVA exposure releases nitric oxide stored in the skin. I always thought nitric oxide was from breathing through your nose, but I found out that this can help release it too. Nitric oxide relaxes blood vessels. So when you're working out, this is one reason you don't want to be a mouth breather. You want to inhale through your nose and try to get that nitric oxide in your system. But sunlight actually helps it too. This is just all of the basic things. It's just amazing. All of the basic things come together, and they're usually the best for your health. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have. Just some real basic stuff on sunlight. I'll try to link some of the studies I was looking over to find this information. But it's just amazing how something that is free, that we should naturally be getting, we should be going out in the sun. Our bodies were designed for it. And you only need about 15 to 20 minutes, like they say, hitting your skin and entering your eyes for it to help and you to actually have noticeable benefits. A little bit longer would help. However, after that, you kind of want to watch that you don't get sunburn. I know I get sunburned quite easily. However, I went camping recently on the beach, and we were in the sun a good part of the day. I was wearing tank tops a lot while we were camping, and when we'd go swimming, took my shirt off. But I noticed that I only wore sunscreen on the last day. We were there for a few days. I only wore sunscreen on the very last day, and I only got burned a little bit up in my top shoulder area where I usually have a shirt on. So by changing my diet, I've been trying to get my greens in, get a lot of healthy foods in. Changing my diet, I drink a lot of water. Water's my go-to. I don't want to drink my calories, so I'm going to drink coffee, water, tea. Tea is honestly probably the best thing you can do for your health, but I drink a lot of water, try to eat healthy, eat foods that also rehydrate me, and I noticed that I haven't burned as easy. And normally, when I was a kid, I would burn like crazy. I've even on my shoulders, I've got blisters bigger than my thumb from being out in the sun too long and burning. So I already know I'm kind of predisposed to burn quite easily, and the fact that I didn't shows that I'm doing a lot of things correctly, and I've got my body is able to handle the excess sun exposure, which is great. So I'm going to produce more vitamin D. I'm going to be able to stay in the sun longer. I can have my body can produce more serotonin and help upregulate my mood. So that was a really interesting kind of little experiment I had going, because I was kind of like waiting. I wanted to see if I would burn, and I was shocked to see how long I could go without burning, which is really nice because you have to also watch what kind of sunscreens you're using. You want to use mineral-based sunscreens because the other ones can become estrogenic, and they're really really bad for you. So get like a zinc-based sunscreen or whatever if you have to use sunscreen. That's what I use, but they're also pricier, so there's that. But honestly, that's pretty much all I have. Just try to get out there, get more sun. That's going to be great for your overall health, and then it's the easiest thing you can do, and it's free.